Everyone, and welcome to Westerling TRS. I think this is another one made by Roman here. So yeah, 2 Roman tracks on the night, 1 detail track in the middle. Let's take a look at this one. So have the gate over here. We'll go through the lineup in a moment. Rip through the straight, take a right here. There's the finish there. Another right. See the first big collision. And then this, navigating this terrain here, definitely a danger zone to watch out for. That's probably the trickiest part of the track. And you loop it around here, you loop around this way, and then get going the right way. So there's a bit of a collision there. That one's kind of a weird one, but it's definitely one there as well. Back into that main collision. Rip it over here, around, going for a lap. So there you go. I think this one's 35 laps again. I think they're all 35 laps tonight, so all the tracks must have worked out to roughly the same lap time, somewhere around there, but we'll go by the checkpoints in this one. So I think it's 2:23, if I recall correctly. I think we're going to 2:23. So let's go through the lineup. It's going to be Hunter, Slaunch, Vulcan, Roman, Detail, Luke, Soul, and Camby. All right, hope you guys ready for final action of the night. Overall battle looking like it's going to be between Luke and Detail again, but we'll see if someone else can enter into it. Nade is out, and we're green. Ah, big cheese for Vulcan and Hunter early on. Camby as well. Slaunch getting away with the whole shot, and this is the... Oh, Hunter, that sucks. Oh my god. Oh my god. Already collision... Oh, almost. Oh! Hunter getting bit by the collision early on. Wow, just when it rains, it pours, I guess. Slaunch going to lead the first lap down, but he does go wide. It's 3 wide. 3 wide for the lead. Hunter's already on collision pace, and he gets Luke and Detail both. Probably not expecting for someone to be on that cycle already, but yeah, Hunter already on the collision cycle. And it's going to shake up the race already. Slaunch gets booped right there. And they're just trying to figure it out. Oh my god. Camby's back up to 3rd. And this is looking like it's going to be another... Wow, Slaunch overcooking it again. Another cheesy hog TRS here. I think this one, mentioned it in the recap, would give us similar action to the Crystal Grotto, which is a race that I thought was really fun. Lot of cheese on that one. You know, double collision, way too tight hog TRS. Totally leaned into the conch, and you know, thought that one was pretty fun. And yeah, I think this track gives a similar type of vibe. So I think you'll see a lot of the same stuff. A lot of action, a lot of switch-ups, a lot of big switch-ups with the multiple collisions and how impactful they are. This first one's brutal. This first one's brutal. Here we go. Maybe. No, not quite. Not quite. But yeah, the first one, just on a weird interval. But this one over here, too, it's very easy to get involved in a collision on that. Wow, just Vulcan just getting dragged. I don't even know if he got going the right way there. It was brutal. But let's see. So what does it worked out to? It is Roman took the lead there throughout all that. Always in the cycle. It's Roman, Slaunch, and Detail, and there's a big collision. That was Luke on Slaunch. Oh, and then Detail kind of gets Slaunch. That's going to slow him down a ton. Going to put Detail in a second, so it's Roman and Detail 1, 2, Slaunch back to 3rd. Oh, Slaunch gets it from Camby. Slaunch just getting bit by all the collisions this lap, and the gaps have already worked out to be pretty wide. The nice thing about this track, though, is that the collisions they kind of account for that, so as long as these drivers can get them... Oh, that one kind of got Camby worse, though. And then Luke jumps over him. But yeah, the way the track works out, it should keep things pretty competitive here. Close that time. Slaunch and Camby. That being said, I mean, there are pretty big gaps for the top 3 spots right now. There's a slight cycle right there, but I don't know. Looks like nobody's close enough yet. Maybe Slaunch with Camby. No, not quite. Check the next potential danger zone. Ooh, okay. Roman and Detail, actually, the top 2 are getting kind of close to collision pace. That could get interesting, you know. Does one of them let it hang out a little bit more? Oh, oh, that was close. A little bit of contact. That was for detail there. And I think that midair jump saved him a little bit. But it's kind of a double-edged sword. I mean, it can be bad. I mean, you can hit that air and... Oh, there we go. Slaunch gets bit by it again. You can hit that air and it can save you. You can hit that air and it can send you off the track. So it kind of depends. Roman and Detail up to a big 1-2 lead right now. And then it's Slaunch, Vulcan, and Luke. That's your top 5. They're getting kind of close. The rest of the field seems like they're pretty well packed together. But yeah, Roman and Detail have just really gotten away early on. Going to have to be some big conks now. The nice thing about this track, again, just like with Crystal Grotto, this track's pretty small. So if the collisions don't do the trick of, you know, getting a little accordion effect in the field and bringing it back together, if they don't do the trick of that, it's very possible that the lap traffic could too. TRS a little more free for all with the blue flags. Did try out some new blue flag stuff this week for most of the racing, so saw a lot of cleaner racing tonight in general. But yeah, in TRS, and especially on this track, there's some places where, like, if you wanted the blue flag, I mean, you just have to wait anyways. There's not really a whole lot you could do. So it could really spice things up. And we're already getting a little bit of that. We're already getting a little bit of that with Roman. He's getting behind Hunter now. Oh, that is unfortunate. There it is. Detail and Luke get together. Not for a Dua Lipa watch party. It is for a collision. Luke gonna get stuck on the barrier. It's not too bad of one for Detail. He does lose a little bit of time. So yeah, it happened to Detail at Quadro. Happens to Luke here on Westerling. But luckily, this is the one rare situation where the nades come in clutch. So ended up being not too bad. Yeah, hard to call, unless somebody got, like, super hard stuck, hard to call a caution in these TRS races a little bit. This one actually probably wouldn't be that bad, but Quadro Current was going to be tough because there's a jump. Well, I guess this track has, like, terrain jumps, but I don't know. It's not the same. It's not the same, right? Quadro Current, you call a caution, somebody's, like, on the face of the jump. That's kind of, you know, how are you going to sort that? Like, somebody's going to get an advantage, disadvantage either way, so the TRS races kind of got to let it rock. This one, it probably would be more doable, but trying to, you know, if it was a GK, potentially a different story, but these, you got to try to let it hang out a little bit. Oh, wow, that was a big one. It was Camby and Vulcan on that one. It's true, can use the new hog spawn as well. Oh, Slaunch. Yep, there's the midair cheese. There's the midair cheese. And yeah, that's the thing. You can jump over people, but you can also, you know, still make contact, and it could potentially be even worse than if you were on the ground. So it's a tricky thing. And it's interesting how it kind of naturally worked out with that collision. There's a bit of a choice. Like, there's different ways you can hit that section. You can hit it in a way where you get that air, and again, like, you can go over the driver. It could potentially work out for you, or you could make that contact with them anyways, and it could end up sending you even harder, or potentially getting stuck on a barrier. So it depends. It depends. It's there's some risk and reward in this one for sure. On the collisions, there's some definite risk versus reward.
Lap complete.
Oh, that was close. All right, so I'm calling you out, Soul. I'm calling you out. We're taking a break from the commentary. What the hell? It's giving me shit for this one, bro. I don't... Brother, if there's... Like, dog, you messed up the jump, Soul. Respectfully, Soul, that's on you, bro. Even in theater, there's no contact. Soul, come on, man. Come on, man. What? I'm calling him out. Let's hit another replay. I don't know about that one, Soul. I don't know about that one. Alright, there's a little bit of contact on the lag. You can tell. You can tell. But come on, man. You can let off, brother.
Lap complete.
Dude, look at how crazy this theater cheese is, though. Look at how clear. Look at that. That's comedy. You know what, Soul? You're still getting called out. You're still getting called out. You gotta let off next time. Get fucked. Alright, moving on. I'm just busting your balls, Soul, alright? I'm just cheesing. Relax, relax, relax. Regain. Here we go into the collision. Oh my god. But yeah, that was actually a pretty good example of how bad the lag cheese is, and also how tricky that section is. You got to be pretty careful through there. It's one where you can send it, and then you run the risk of what happened to Soul there, right? You can send it, but then whether it's lag cheese or not, you might like land on somebody, and I think the leaders have that issue with lapping people as well. Oh my God, Hunter's really risking it. But yeah, so you can send it, but you run the risk if you're in a pack of like landing on somebody like what kind of happened to Soul. Or you can slow it up a little bit and you could potentially get like a better run. You can get your tires on the ground, get some more traction, get some more speed on the downhill. So it kind of got some options there. Oh, can't. Yep, that's what I was saying. And you see, it's working out for some drivers, right? Some drivers are sending it, they're getting the air and they're going over, and then some of them are landing on top of people and just getting destroyed even harder. So it's a risk versus reward type thing. Roman, by the way, is still in the lead. Detail is still in second. They still have pretty big gaps. This is how weird this race is. Let me show you right now. That is Luke in third right now. That's Roman in the lead. And then Detail in second is right. Nope. There. So it is weird. It is weird. The gap. Oh, shit's going down. Hold up. What happened here?
Lap complete.
Oh. Oh, big one. And that was Roman and Luke, so that might slow up Roman a bit. Detail's got a ways to go, and if Luke's in third, the next one to battle for that's going to take a bit. Oh, overcooks it a little bit. Oh, Slaunch not ready for it. Yeah, Luke and Slaunch had a bit of a battle going on for third and fourth for a bit. Roman and Detail not having much of a battle for first and second. That gap is just, it's still pretty huge. I mean, that collision definitely closed it a bit, but he's got a ways to go. Oh my God, what was that one? Hold up. Gotta take a look at that. All right, we're slow-moing it. Here we go. I believe, is this is it, right? Yes. All right, this is a big one. So we got Vulcan and we got Detail. Let's get this behind Pav first. Oh. Oh. Yeah. That was a pretty rough one. Pretty rough one for Vulcan. Let's get the normal speed. Oh yeah. I mean, that was kind of sick actually. He did like that was actually pretty nice. Let's get another shot of that. Give me one more, bro. Was that like a pop shove it? I've been out of the skateboarding game for a bit. I don't remember. That was definitely a move though. That was definitely a trick for sure. All right, one more time. We're gonna get Vulcan's mixtape going. That's definitely a pop shove it, bro. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember. All right, one more. I'm enjoying this one. Let's get the Pav shot. Oh! Is he on mouse and keyboard? Oh, the recovery. Oh, no. Oh, he was gonna cut the track. Oh, and Soul gets the end of it, too. Oh, my God. Brutal. Brutal. So through all that, Slaunch takes third back. Luke goes to fourth. Vulcan goes to fifth. Oh! Actually, my bad. Luke was still in third, but that collision there, that might bring Slaunch into it. Here comes Slaunch. And it was with Roman again, so... Oh, that's the send. That is from Roman, though. So Roman, this is a tricky one, because we talked about this in the rules. Like, this is, again, it's TRS. Oh, yup. That's the risk. Let's get a POV shot on this one. Oh, went back again. I did not mean to do that. Oh, there we go. All right, so on board with Roman. And this is the risk you run. Lands on Luke slightly, and oh, that... He got... Somebody went over him. Soul went over him, too. But that could have been really bad. Like, the way his hog was lodged right there, like... That could have been bad. That could have been getting stuck potential. So, kind of dodged a bullet there, I think. And look at it. It's getting... I mean, it's brutal because, like, Roman wants to get by them, but TRS blue flag's a little more lax. Oh, Detail getting bit right there. Can be as well. But on top of that, I mean, they're all... Anyways, like, they're battling anyways. Like, this is legitimately, like, a four-way battle for position. Like, podium positions, too, and top 5 positions in front of Roman. So this is a tough one. Like, he's going to have to navigate this. It's an interesting point in the race because he has a pretty big gap still. But that being said, I mean, with all this cheese going down in front of him, and it's probably not going to get any nicer, right? Like, they're battling hard. Oh, he's right in the cycle. Oh! Now, he does slow up Detail a bit with a bit of that back end of contact right there, but I still think he got hit harder by it, and it's tough for Roman. Like, he's kind of in both cycles of both packs right now on the collisions, so I mean, this is going to be a tough spot in the race for him to navigate. I mean, if anyone could do it, he could do it. I mean, he's on a roll this season in the Hog TRSs. The only person Luke got the win on Barfog. Soul almost is brutal on that one, coming so close, but that was the only non-Roman win. Another collision on a Hog TRS so far. So he's oh wow, cheesing himself afterwards too. He's been on kind of a tear on these, and he's in another good spot. And there's a lot of time left, and there's a lot of collisions, and that's Detail right there. That's Detail literally right there. So that the race could be... He gets hit again! He gets hit again, dude. The race is back on. Look at this. Detail is... He can see him now. He can see him now. Like, there has been so many cheeses in the past 3 laps or so for Roman. Maybe even past 5 laps or so. And I'd say the race is absolutely back on. Detail going to be navigating Hunter here. Oh, he's in kind of a weird cycle with Camby. And here, it could be weird for Roman again. Oh, he's just getting by them. That's Soul and Vulcan duking it out. But yeah, the race absolutely is back on. Now, that being said, I think it's definitely between these two. I mean, the next closest third place is right there. It's still Luke and Slaunch battling for that position. But they've got quite a ways to go. So I mean, it's going to take a lot of cheese for any of them to get back into it. It's probably between Roman and Detail for this win, or I would say like pretty much definitely at this point. And again, it ain't over. It ain't over. Like, the gap was insane, but now we're within the point where Detail can, like, on certain positions of the track actually see him. So a lot of ground has been made up for sure. Oh, and it's a big one. That was perfect for Detail. He gets Roman on the collision, and he kind of just carried on with his normal line. Like, yeah, you can tell. You can see the gains. Oh, but it puts him in this cycle. Oh my god, he navigates it. Hold up, that was crazy. Let's see how close this one was. Right over Luke and in between Luke and Soul. Wow, that was a move. He sent it. He went for it and made it happen. I mean, this is getting pretty crazy. Detail in a good position for the overall right now, I'd say. But the race is back on for the win, and obviously these moto wins are huge for the championship. I think Luke definitely took some points back with that last win. I don't know if he took the points lead back, but oh no! What was that tumble? Let's get another view of that one. Right here. Oh! Luke and Detail get together, and just that's where it's so close. Last lap, Detail was able to get over Luke, and it was fine, but this lap, not able to clear enough height and goes down hard. Take a look at this. This is a crazy barrel roll. But yeah, it's just close, and oh! And it's just enough, and then little cars shot here. Oh. 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 And he's back ripping. So that was a pretty big one, multiple barrel rolls. Oh. Oh, he clotheslined Slaunch. Slaunch actually got a really good recovery off that. Trying to find... There's Roman, and there's Detail. He... maybe Roman got cheesed afterwards, too, because he didn't... Oh, my God, the cycle! Oh, my... Was that the same? Who was it this time? Detail's really playing with fire on these clearings. Look at this. It's Soul this time, I believe. That time it worked out for him. Wow, he's really going for it. He's really going for it. This is some crazy stuff. But yeah, Roman's right there. So, like, that was a pretty big barrel roll, but he recovered really well. Maybe Roman had some cheese afterwards, too, but it's still not over. I mean, we're getting into crunch time. 223. Roman's on 202 right now. We're getting into crunch time, but yeah, I mean, this shit's getting pretty crazy. And meanwhile, the podium battle is pretty cracked as well. It's like a four-way podium battle between Slaunch, Luke, Soul, and Vulcan. Might have to go for a big replay on that one afterwards. I'm trying to watch this lead battle still, too. We're trying to capture everything. Oh, and that might be a big one right there. Detail and Slaunch. That might be it for Detail's hopes. That's a big one, though. It opens up the door. Slaunch actually had a big gap, so now Luke's behind him, so that's the podium battle back on. And then, yeah, Soul and Vulcan are right there. So this is literally four-way battle. Oh! Look at this moment! The Hunter collision, it comes in, it spices everything up. Slaunch goes all the way back, loses all those positions. He was just in third. Goes back fourth, fifth, sixth now. It's Roman and Detail are approaching the final lap. Oh, the send right there!
Lap complete.
Oh man, we might have to double up. I'm gonna have to roll it back. Watch, I think this is Roman on last lap right here, and that's Detail right there. I believe we're gonna watch Roman here. I might have to look for a replay on everything else. Yeah, look, that's the battle, by the way. Like, seriously, that is right there. That is the podium to top 5 battle. So this race was pretty crazy on two ends. We had a lead battle, and we had a crazy top 5 battle. Love seeing that. And yes, it was last lap, and right here, running around the final time, Roman takes it right there. Holds on, the gap prevails in the end. Takes another win. 3 wins on the season, all 3 coming on the Hog TRSs. I don't want to spoil it. We'll take a look at that other battle too. But yeah, of course, Roman and Detail coming 1-2. Class of the field in this race. Let's roll it back a little bit. All right, so let's see what happens for... Thank Bob the H2A theater rollbacks aren't as bad as Reach. Reach, I'd probably do it more, but God, it's so bad. H2As isn't that bad. So here we are with a few laps to go. Right there. That's the first big moment. So that's a huge moment for multiple reasons. Oh, they got stuck. It's a huge moment for multiple reasons. Obviously, it brings Slaunch out of the podium. Like, he was locked in the podium. Now it's a battle for podium. The other huge part is it really affected Detail and kind of secured the win for Roman, I would say. And then right here, another big moment. Hunter, the wild card yet again, splits the difference between Slaunch and Luke and gets both of them. And then here comes Soul and Vulcan. Double pass for both of them. Slaunch loses 4 positions. Goes back from 3rd to 6th. Unreal stuff. And we're going on to like 2 to go. And then a big send. There's a big move. There was not a lot of time left, and everybody was leaving everything out there. Big send to the inside from Luke on Vulcan. Vulcan tried to protect it at the end, was not able to. Luke makes it work.
Lap complete.
Hunter now in front of Soul, though. And if he slows down Soul, that could bring them back into it again. It's kind of looking like Barvog now, but just not for the lead. And that was Roman, and Roman gets Vulcan. So, oh my god. Oh my god. So Roman spices it up as well. And then look at this. Roman's going to be coming on the white flag. I think they still got 2 to go here, or something like that. Hunter cheeses right in front of Luke and Soul, and they both have nowhere to go. So they're looking for it, and there's just nowhere to go. So they're on last lap. They're coming to white flag. They're on white flag now. So this is last lap. Battle for the podium. These 3 right here. Vulcan, I don't think, is in it anymore. And Hunter just cheesing everywhere, and they're just trying to navigate it. Luke looking for an opening. Slaunch looking for a move. Trying to find it. Then here we go. Last time. Trying to find it, but not able to get there. Soul's going to take another podium on the night. Luke 4th, Slaunch 5th. I think Vulcan... Did he miss a checkpoint, or was he actually not in the battle? Maybe he wasn't actually in the battle. Oh, my bad. I thought he was in the battle. Or did he miss a... I'm confused. But yeah, then Camby, as far as I can tell, I guess, 6th. Then Vulcan pulled it... Maybe he did miss a checkpoint. Maybe he realized it. Okay, my bad. If he missed a checkpoint, then he'd... Oh, I guess he did. All right, well, Vulcan, you fucked up the lineup, dog. So Vulcan is going to take 6th, Camby 7th, for sure. And then Hunter 8th. So I got to pull them up real quick, but hope you guys enjoyed it. There's another one. 3 motos on the night. 3 different winners. A few interesting different aspects for the different winners too. Roman taking his 3rd win in the season, all of them coming on Hog TRS. Luke taking his 4th win of the season, the only driver with a win on each track type, and then Detail taking his 6th, where he does not have a win on 2 of them yet. He doesn't have a win on Hog TRS or Terrain Oval yet, but he has 3 across GK and AX. So really interesting different spreads for those 3. But all of them with all of them the only ones with multiple wins so far in the season, nonetheless. But very different avenues of getting there for sure. I can't find the points. There we go. I have to do it on my phone because the PC is chalk. It's gonna be a little slow. So Vulcan did Vulcan? Ah shit. Ah shit. Yeah, it looks like it's correct. It looks like it's correct. I think. Wait, is it? Yeah, it looks like it's correct. Okay, so going through the overall results at the end of the night, it's going to be Detail taking not as close this time, very close to last time, but taking his second overall win of the season, his first non-tie one. We've had a lot of, I was thinking that because I was going to mention it, there's been a lot of really close points battles for the overalls this season. So I was going to say, like, it was a 2-point gap in the first week, a 1-point gap in the second week, and then a tie, and then this week a 4-point gap. So this was the biggest overall win gap, and it was 4 points. So that just goes to show, just wanted to make that point. Goes to show how cracked the season has been. But yeah, now that I mentioned that, I wanted to get that stat out there. Let's go through it. So again, Detail taking the overall win, 47 points. Roman taking 2nd, so gets his second overall. Coming up short again, but I mean the other one he had an opportunity to win the overall for sure. This one was more of a second place clutch up, I'd say. But still really good finish, getting another second place overall. 43 points. So yeah, 47-43. Luke taking third overall with 42. Soul fourth with 40. Slaunch fifth with 38. Camby sixth with 33. Vulcan seventh with 29. Hunter eighth with 29 as well. And of course, Blake bowing out early, going to take 18 points in the night for Blake on this one. Yeah, Detail had a bigger gap for the overall win this time around, but throughout the field, those points gaps were pretty close again. So yeah, it's been good stuff. We'll have to get everyone caught up in the recap, probably. Or let me see. So yeah, if numbers are right, Detail's going to take the points lead by 1 after this one. So we're going to have a points lead shift, and then we'll have to see how like all the close points battles within the points work out as well. I think Soul and Slaunch also have a really close one. I think it was a 1-point gap. I think now it's going to be a 3-point gap for Soul. So some upset potential there. Soul and Roman both could potentially finish ahead of Slaunch, but still close. The season's not over yet, so it'll be fun to watch that. They've been pretty fun to watch. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna have 2 more weeks of 3-race regular season weeks, and then it'll be the grand final, which is the grand final all-encompassing. It's going to be the grand final for that tournament. It's going to be the final race, or the final night of the regular season. We're going back to that Season 9 style. It's all combined in one, so that should be pretty fun. So yeah, it's sad because it's been a really fun series, but only 3 more weeks remaining already. Next week you have Louisville AX, that's the H2A Goose AX I talked about. Skyway GK, that's a Halo 4 GK cooked up by Detail on that one. Oh, and the Spice, we're kicking off with it. First race of the night. We're deciding on the track still. But final note before we sign off, something to look forward to. First race of the night next week is going to be the Hog Terrain Oval. We're going to throw 1 Hog Terrain Oval into the season. It was a bit of a late addition. We're enjoying the Terrain Oval races, and we're kind of like, would a Hog one work? So worked on a few, cooked some up, and we're going to give it a shot. See how it goes. So that should be pretty fun. And from what we tested, I don't think it'll be that bad. You think it'd be like super conky, but I mean, shit, we can race these tracks on TRS with Hogs, and it's pretty fun. So I don't know. I think it should work out pretty well. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to the other 2 tracks as well, for sure. I think they're going to be fun. I think there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to left in the schedule. But I'm definitely, biased to admit it. I'm really looking forward to the Hog Terrain Oval. I think it's going to be a fun one to race. I think it's going to be a really fun one to commentate. I think it's going to be a fun experiment to watch. So we'll just see how that one plays out. So if you want to try that out, don't miss next week, because that'll be fun. That'll be something. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's going to be it for me signing off week 5. See you next week. Later.